At its peak, it was the most popular server on Bedrock Edition, and consistent player counts of around 10,000 weren't common. That was a long time ago, however, and Mineville is now barely getting 500 players on a good day, and if you thought Pixel Paradise was bad, wait until you hear about this decline. But how did it happen? InPvP, the precursor to Mineville, was announced on June 11th, 2017, as one of the first partnered servers on Minecraft Bedrock, as part of the Better Together update, and was added to the featured server list on August 10th of the same year. It was launched with some notable games, such as TNT Run, Survival Games, and Skywars. As it was one of the first servers launched from Bedrock, along with Lifeboat and Mineplex, it got a significant amount of players and achieved a peak player count of 27,123 in 2019, which set a new Bedrock record for the time. However, this is where things change, and definitely not for the better. A few years ago, InPvP was brought by Mobcrush, a mobile streaming service who were interested in expanding to Minecraft servers in order to earn some more revenue. If their name sounds familiar, that's because they were also the minds behind Pixel Paradise, which should tell you where this is going. Before the acquisition, InPvP had next to no microtransactions on their store. Maybe a few cosmetics here and there, but nothing significant. Mobcrush, however, turned Mineville into a pay-to-play nightmare, and their store reflects that. The store went from costing essentially nothing to costing exactly 41,800 minecoins, which if you're buying the biggest pack of minecoins, would cost you around £200. To put that into perspective, that is the same as buying both versions of Minecraft 5 times over. Or you also can't play directly either. You have to use minecoins to buy many of the store items, and this is an example of predatory monetization, which is where a game or company will make prices just over what the most reasonable pack is, so you are forced to buy the more expensive one, making you pay more for the same product. If you thought this couldn't get any worse, I have some news for you. Most of the buyable products are not cosmetic, nor do they give an advantage to the player. They are in fact passes to play the games or parts of the games they have on offer with no initial benefit. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, where are the InPvP games? Well, they're gone. Not because they removed them, but due to a lack of players. And they've closed the main lobby to reduce server cost and resource use, which is where the InPvP portal was located. Players instead spawn at the prison lobby, which you still must pay for. In fact, every single game requires some sort of pass or monetary purchase to play. It's obvious to see where and how Mineville lost players, and probably in record time too, going from being the most popular and well-regarded server on Bedrock to being by far one of the worst servers, down there with Pixel Paradise in just under 2 years. And that is amazing, and is absolutely to do with Mobcrush and how it runs its servers. Mobcrush seems to have a specific way of running a Minecraft server, and is the root of essentially every problem their servers have, and it works something like this. Firstly, Mobcrush will acquire a server that is performing well. InPvP is the best example of this. Secondly, they will start introducing small microtransactions that weren't there before, like passes for game expansions or VIP ranks. Next, they'll start removing games that aren't bringing in a profit. They'll attempt to hide them, lock them behind a paywall, or neglect them completely in a moderation sense and a maintenance sense. After they've dealt with the old games, they'll start creating their own games that you need to pay for as soon as they're released. Lastly, they'll make these games the focus and hope you'll forget about the old games, or they'll remove the old games completely. This has been seen many times on many servers across Minecraft, but Mobcrush has done it the most blatantly on Bedrock Edition, and it needs to be stopped. Unfortunately, it seems like Minecraft is enabling this as it brings more money to them through Minecoin purchases, which is definitely a hit to their reputation.